Today I'm chasing the course record 63 set by Zach Johnson right here at Cabo del Sol Golf Club. Alright, first hole, 199 yard par 3 to start. Nothing like starting with a long iron for your first shot of the day. I was kind of looking at the right edge of this bush just left of that pin there, trying to hit a little fade. Kind of scraped it a little bit early on the ground, just turned the club face over, but ended up hitting the green, so it was fine. From there, kind of left me 30-ish feet left to right, down the hill a bit. Honestly, started it right where I wanted. Right here, I thought it's in. It has to go in. And it just broke hard across the front of the cup there. But tap in par, happy with starting with that on a long par 3. Second hole here, almost 600 yards, and you can't see anything but the beginning of the fairway here. Hit a good one. Just a little bit of a fade up the right side. Again, I really didn't know where this was going to end up. I was just trusting that there was nothing right up in front of me there. Couldn't get there from 290 into the wind, so just laying up with a 5-wood here. Played a little draw just to ride the fairway, get a little more rollout once it landed. Left me about 80 yards here. Pretty stock front centered pin. It's kind of like my 3/4-ish sand wedge. Flew right over the pin, almost hit the flag. Gave me about 20 feet. As soon as I hit it, I knew I started on line. Just hoping I read it right, and I did. Nice birdie to get the round going here. Third hole, beautiful hole. Straight down the hill, you can see the ocean in the background. Fairway was pretty wide, so it was just grip it and rip it. Did a nice little draw up the center. Wildlife at its finest, just cruising around the fairways. Anytime you hit a smash drive and you have almost 180 left into a par 4, you know it's a long hole. This pin really back left, so I wanted to try to turn a little draw into that back corner there. And the whole reason is if I hit it straight, I'll still probably find the green. So that's kind of why I want to aim right and curve it with the green there. Didn't quite get it there, and this lie is nasty. Like it's like 4-inch Bermuda rough where the ball just sits down to the bottom. Like you can see me swinging there. It's just a cabbage patch. So I know I have to swing hard. Like that's a monster swing. Clank right off the flag. Got a little lucky on that. But you just see how much I have to accelerate through that patch of grass. Cool look back up at the mountain there. Read this one right. Huge save just to kind of keep the momentum going. Fourth hole, another long par 3, and this one was straight into the wind again. This was another 5-iron. Thinking I could get it there, but it just got up into the wind too much and just came up short. Right on line, so can't be unhappy with that. That left me a little pitch to an uphill green. I tried to hit a little spinner. Did get some good check on it, but rolled past about 8 feet. And just off the edge of the lip. Always sucks when you hit 2 good shots on a par 3 and still bogey. Here's a short par 5, back into the wind. Hit a good tee shot. Now I'm thinking, okay, let's get that, let's bounce that back, that last bogey on the last hole. Good chance to kind of take advantage of this. Pretty good uphill though, so still 220 into the wind. 5-wood, I wanted to take something off it a bit, so really tried to cut it. It just wouldn't move much. Wasn't sure if I was in the bunker or not, but just ended up short. Easy little chip from there and almost got the eagle. So tap in birdie, bounce back on track. And here's a super cool hole, 329 downhill. It was reachable downwind. And hit it good, just left of the pin. But again, I wasn't sure how far this was going to carry. There's desert left and right, so still a little risky, but got almost pin high. Left me a little pitch, which was good to kind of chip it to about 3 feet. Knocked it in for back-to-back. Then another par 3, 214. Like the distance on these par 3s though. Hit it, started right at the stick. Little draw, hit it good. Ended up finding a piece, back edge of the green. Long putt. This was like 50, 60 feet back into that wind. Again, just trying to get it up somewhere within a couple of feet. Hit it good. Speed looked good. I'm like, wait, no way. Yep. You love when that happens. Definitely not expecting those to drop, but when they do, ooh, that's a bonus. Then coming up to the 8th hole, honestly, probably one of the scariest tee shots of the course with this like double dog leg. Yeah, I put on their intimidating tee shot. It's like, whoa, where do you even hit this thing? Hit it good, kind of at the corner of that desert area. And from what I had measured, it didn't look like I could reach it. But as you can see, it was pretty close. Straight up the hill, 115, hit a gap wedge. And yanked it. Just tried to take something off it and pulled it. Pin high though, in the fringe. This one was pretty quick. Once it got on the green, it was downhill straight off the fringe. You're never quite sure what that fringe is going to do though. Ran it past a couple feet. Knock it in, par. Move on to the next. And this was just a good point to reference when you're playing on grainy greens. The damaged side is the side the grain is growing to. That's the direction the grain will be pulling your ball. Getting up to the 9th tee box. This was a cool one. Another short one, 329. Can't really see what's up there. But I mean, this is like the peak, right? Just beautiful. Not a bad spot to play some golf. Awesome views. I mean, that's the thing in Cabo, all these courses, man, they're just cut up on the hills. You can kind of see the ocean everywhere. Hit a good one here. And yeah, ended up on the green, which is cool. About 35 feet straight up the hill. It was pretty slow. Hammered it and still didn't even get there, but tap in birdie. Love that. It's always nice to drive a par 4. It's cool that they had 2 drivable par 4s. Because the par 3s were nasty. 10th hole, another beautiful tee shot here. Hole kind of doglegging to the right. Just trying to hit a little fade. I think I just hit it dead straight. Didn't really turn at all, but the fairway kind of bounces to the right a bit. Left me with about 135 to the pin, which was back right. And I got a little frisky with this one, kind of going right at it. When the pin's right, don't go right. But ended up finding a piece there just right of it. Left me about 10, 15 feet up the hill. Hit it solid. Read it right. Love that combination. And then how about the size of the boat just behind me there? Like, just look at that compared to the massive resort it's driving by. 11th hole here. Short one, but it's uphill, doglegging hard left. Hit a nice penetrating draw there. Wasn't sure if I was going to carry the bunker, but I did. Left me in a good spot. Again, you can see how much it's uphill, 181 yards, kind of going after a hard 6-iron. Since it's uphill, it's hard to stop a long iron, so that's why I went with the 6 and tried to smash it. And actually got a good bounce off the edge of the bunker there. About 15 feet up the hill for eagle. No. Another tap in birdie, but beautiful look back at that ocean. Another high spot on the course. This was a cool tee shot again. Now it's like you go from ocean to like this mountain course type of thing. 212, another beast of a par 3 to like a thumbnail green. Striped it, hit it right at it. But this was into the wind. And honestly, I must have just misjudged it because I hit it really good. I hit it right at it and I came up short of the green, which was way short of the pin. So happy I at least got over the gully. Little pitch and run. Tough though. There was like 3 different tiers to go up and over. Hit it to 8 feet. And another lip out. But honestly, like, the hardest part of this course has been the par 3 so far. Another par 5 chance. Downhill. Another long one. Hit a really nice one. Nice penetrating little fade. Kind of going, turning with the fairway there. Left me about 270 yards. Pin's kind of over that bunker edge. Couldn't see the pin. Just gonna smash and see where we get it to. Hit it right at it. Hit it good, but 275 wood. I just don't have that. Got just in front of the green. Tricky one. You can see how elevated that green is. And the pin was just on top there, so no room for error here. And that, if that's the case, I'm just making sure I'm long, if anything. You don't want to be chipping that again. Then here, line wasn't close, speed wasn't close. Not sure how that didn't go in. Par though. Next one, short par 4. There's a little bit of a hazard up on the right side, so I had to play it down the left a bit here. Did nice little fade from the left into the center. Looks like it's dead center there, but even that was right rough. So 58 yards, kind of a tucked back right pin. Not much room. Lob wedge just to try to get some spin height on it to stop. Hit it pretty good actually. Just 10-12 feet. Back on track. Finally a lip goes in. Another good par 4 here. Goes hard right, which you can't see from the video, but just trying to hit it towards that pot bunker in the center. Hit a good one, just faded it towards that right edge of that bunker. Left me in a good spot, 105 yards, kind of a full sand wedge here. I knew where that pin was. I needed to get quite a bit of spin on it to stop. Hit it just to the right, about 15 feet. But this one had a lot of break, honestly. Like, even though the distance is makeable, with all that break, I was just trying to get it close. Got lucky. Couldn't tell from there, but there was like 2 feet of break on that putt. 623 up the hill. Beast of a par 5. This one was starting to get straight into the sun, so it was hard to kind of see everything up there. Hit it good, just up the right. Just in front of the bunker, 305. Just wanted to lay up here so I didn't get into some other trouble up closer to the green. Left me in a good spot, just in front of that bunker, 75 yard lob wedge. And I went at this one, hit it good too, and still couldn't stop. Green was pretty firm there. So hit it past 15, 20 feet, down the hill a little bit. Dead center, just hit it. Tap in par. And then actually one of the first reasonable par 3s. 170 yards downhill, but the pin in between the bunkers there, it's like right at the back and it's on a nasty slope. So, I mean, I didn't know it at this point, but you don't want to be long. Which I'm about to find out. Good direction, but it was long. And now going through the fringe, up a hill, and then the pin is on a straight downhill slope. Like, it looks like it's gonna stop there. Look at this. And then look where it ends up, past the hole. So, par, happy with that. It's pretty cool, you know, driving through this kind of deserty ocean course. There's a lot of cool wildlife, cool views. 18th hole, 410 straight down the hill. Looking back at the ocean here. Just try to pummel one for the last shot of the day, last tee shot. Hit that one nice. Left me in the fairway, gives me a chance for tying the 63 course record. 112, tried to hit a little draw and just fanned it off to the right. Not even close to giving the course record a chance there. But long leg putt for a 64 here if it drops. Just trying to get it close. And sure enough, somehow finds it. 64, obviously that was super cool to shoot that. No course record. But we'll be back there again one day. Thanks a lot for watching.